Hello everybody, Flick here. It's time for yet another Let's Look At, and today we're taking a look at South Park, The Fractured But Whole, and you'll be seeing this, hopefully, fingers crossed, on release day. I'm recording this in the morning of the same day you're seeing it, ideally, and I have been playing it for a little while via a review copy that Ubisoft, whichever way you want to say it, sent me. I've been playing it for about 7 or 8 hours, I think. I kind of got engrossed in it a little bit. I'll jump into my save file here. I'm at the start of the third day. It goes kind of like day in South Park, night, day, night, etc. So I'm on the start of the third day. I'm not going to do any main story, so don't worry about spoilers too much. I'll be doing a side quest though, just to show off some voice acting, hopefully get into some special fights in the game. Also, this is the first time I'm recording a console-based game in my new setup, so forgive any kind of quirks. I'll watch back and hopefully spot anything and in the future fix it. Bear with me, just getting everything set up again in the new house for being able to cover console stuff. It is available on PC as well, however it was a PS4 copy I was sent, so that's the version I'm playing. Anyway, it's the follow-up to The Stick of Truth, and this time instead of playing in stereotypical D&D RPG type style, it's superheroes, and the combat is grid-based, as opposed to just purely, old school turn-based. Although there are still turns, but you maneuver around a grid. In gist of kind of like the main story, you're still playing as the new kid. There's still something going on about you and your parents. The gist of it is civil war, and I mean that in like the Marvel sense. Cartman's group of superheroes and Stan's group of superheroes, they want to do different franchising, or I should say Mysterion's actually. They want to do different franchises, different film licenses. So they're basically fighting over which one of them is Marvel, which one of them is DC. It leads to a lot of superhero digs at current movies, basically. And you can expect the usual, oh, haven't been over there. And that's probably a good point to mention as well, given that there's a graffiti dick drawn on the wall. I'm going to try and avoid some of the more risque stuff you do in these games. Already so far, from what I've played, there's full frontal nudity, there's a mini game where you twerk in a drunk man's face with your balls. There's gross stuff, but at the same time there's also clever stuff. You know what to expect from South Park. Honestly, if anything, the only complaint I can levy at this is that it's more of the same. But at the same time as saying that, I loved Stick of Truth. If actually, a genuine complaint might be that because the game got delayed from December, I believe it was, because one of the NPCs in the game actually makes fun of itself for being late. The humour is dated as well. Like, thus far, there's no making fun of the Trump administration or anything like that. It's dated references to Civil War and Batman versus Superman and political correctness still being the forefront of everybody's mind prior to an India being in power in America. So there's a lot of that stuff. There's a lot of, I don't know if you want to call it in terms of like seasons of South Park. It's like 2 seasons behind in terms of references, maybe. That's the way it comes across to me anyway. But in general, I've been loving the game. This is my character. He is a bruiser elementalist, and I did pick a 3rd class, but I haven't actually used anything from it. You start off with just 1 class, and then as the story progresses, you get to customize yourself. You still only ever have 4 ability slots in combat, but once you have a triple class, you can kind of mix and match if I wanted to. Assassin was the 3rd class I picked. I really like the setup I have currently, so I don't plan to change it. And also, I just wanted to double check if I actually had any allies with me right now. Yes, I do. Okay. I don't think I get to choose. Oh, I do. Super Craig is too similar to how I fight, so sure, let's put Call Girl in. That's Wendy. And actually, that's relevant because the mission I want to do is to go talk to Wendy. And she is waiting for me. She is waiting for me here. There we go. The number in the top right of quests is how powerful the game expects you to be to take them on. So this is 350. The main story I'm at is 350 as well. So either way, I'm basically sorted. We might be able to fast travel a little bit closer because South Park's quite big, and getting around it can be a little tedious. So let's fast travel.
I'm the fastest kid in town.
So Jimmy will take us as close as he can get us, which looks like it'll be from Tweaks, I think. Yeah.
Better run fast.
The game has no jump button. The loading screen is not lying. There is no jump button. You can, however, propel yourself via farting. I suppose that's another thing to mention as well. Your powers... Oh, I don't know what that's about.
We haven't been formally introduced.
Oh.
I'm Mr. Crime Syndicate King.
It's Mitch Connor.
You're the one who keeps farting on all my best people. Are we really so different, you and I? We both want what's best for this city. I know you've probably got places to be, but why don't you come talk to me instead? I'm at the old Soto Sopa ruins. Come on. What do the Coon friends really have to offer you?
Alright, so I have the option to go meet Mitch Connor. In other words, Cartman's hand. Ah, good, there's a fight over here against Professor Chaos's minions. So before we go talk to Call Girl, we will have a fight. And the best way to initiate a fight is to activate your kind of like detective vision, or, you know, parody of detective vision. And I am going to throw a fart at them to stun them, and then walk up and punch them so I get attack advantage. And then to combat we go. Defeat the Chaos Minions. Now the fights in the game, I've got it set on normal, and they can actually get quite hard. There is easier ones you can go to, and there's also harder ones. But yeah, if you don't have like AoE heals and whatnot, some of the fights are really, really difficult. Anyway, grid-based combat, you get to move, you get to do one of your attacks. I don't think I can reach anyone. Oh no, I can totally reach him. In a kind of Mario RPG way, there's always kind of mini games to get bonus damage. So in this case, it's just press X at the right time.
You little cosplayers need to work on your stunt coordinates.
And me farting on them at the start of the combat has made them be grossed out from the start, which is damage over time. It's poison. It's this game's version of poison.
Good feeling about this, guys.
Alright, so Cartman, you can just cut this guy up. Oh, I messed it up. Still, that's okay. Also, I hope, again, this is part of testing the new setup, I hope there isn't any echo. But we'll see. Alright, so Call Girl, I've only used her in one fight so far, so I don't remember what she does. This is a selfie stick strike. Whack a foe and apply slow. Only in front of you, huh? Okay. Then she's got a range-based attack, and what does this do? Gain block and enrage a foe. This will be better just to finish him off, I think.
Here comes a shot.
She's basically like social media warfare lady. What we might see happen in combat as well is I've been training under PC Principle, and he taught me about microaggressions, and if any enemy in combat just like makes fun of your gender or race, you get a free bonus attack where you just walk up and punch them.
Oh, knock your shit off before I call the real farting vigilante.
So another thing, your fart powers return, and if I don't like the fact that he's about to suicide... actually, no, he died from the poison, didn't he? Oh, wait, no, he didn't. He's going to suicide next turn and do a lot of damage. Your fart powers return in the form of different ways. I've unlocked two so far. One, you can make an enemy skip a turn, like as if it didn't happen, and another is you can freeze time and go around and punch people. So anyway, he's going to suicide, so I don't want to be there. But I'm not sure I can change my position. No, that'll keep me in the same place. And if I kill him, he blows up anyway. So what I'm going to have to do, I think, is just stay up here and heal myself. It does also give me a damage up, though. That's a elementalist power that I equipped.
This is for scrambled.
Alright, so you've just got to get out of there, basically. Your movement is... no, it's not good enough to get over there. I could swap places with him, but that would get Kyle and Wendy hit. So I guess we're just going to have to skip turn, unfortunately.
Kneel before chaos, fool.
You should have blocked that.
The X that appears after you get hit is bonus charge to your ult meter. Everyone has an ult. Now then. I can kill him, but he'll explode. Although I think he's exploding anyway. So we'll just leave him to his exploding. Pokemon.
That looked totally fake.
As you can expect, just like in the Stick of Truth, there's a ton of references. He hurts a lot. There's a ton of references from old and new seasons. Let's see, I could heal my character, or I might have to. Yeah, why not? It's another press X to win.
Back in business.
I'd like to show off the ult if possible, so maybe just letting them do stuff for a couple of turns is a good idea. Each character has their own one. Each one is different in how it acts.
Maybe I'm leaning towards Freedom Pal.
Hey, are those real special effects or CGI?
We're being taunted by the cinema guy. Every so often a car comes along as well, and the fight just stops while I missed the express because I was talking with my hand, which makes no difference because you can't see my hand. Every so often a car will come along and just the fight pauses and everybody gets off the road and the driver taunts you. It's just little stuff like that. Much like the other one, they put a lot of care into this. I was looking at Steam actually, and before I started recording this, and it's not doing so well review-wise, and I was curious why. Apparently there's a game-breaking bug on the PC version regarding the very start of the game. I did not encounter it. I'm going to let them have this turn so I can see an ult. Just heal Kyle. And also some minor complaints that, hey, it's a bit too similar to Stick of Truth, which I don't understand because Stick of Truth was amazing, so why would you not want it to be similar?
We're like locusts, dude.
And the usual complaints with a Ubisoft PC game, like for instance having to have Uplay, which is why I don't play Ubisoft PC games. Thankfully on the console you can utterly ignore it. I'm skipping to my turn because I like my ult the best. Oh, he microaggressioned. Shouldn't have done that. By all means set Cartman on fire though. Alright, I'll put a shield on myself. Shield is like bonus health. Alright. Oh yes, bad language aplenty. So here's my ult. It doesn't do much damage, but it applies chill and shock. Shock does damage over time, and chill makes them miss a turn. And also it's the only ult in the game as far as I'm aware that has lightning theme, which is kind of my thing.
This is the lamest superhero battle I have ever seen.
Oh, be quiet, cinema person. Cinema nerd. Let's just beat you up with that. He's definitely dead to the shock damage either way. And I should point out as well, the combat isn't always this simple. The bosses usually involve a gimmick. The gimmicks so far have been interesting, like running away from an overweight hooker who will kill you in one hit if you don't, or if you let her catch you. So you have to run away while also trying to fight your target, or infinitely spawning different minions.
You ain't shit.
And you've got to get the general. Anyway, that should just be him dead, and that's how combat goes. So Wendy is obviously, well, the name Call Girl is obvious, but she's obviously a reference to Hit Girl, in that she's the only competent one. Whereas everyone else is busy worrying about their franchise that will never actually be a thing. She's aware that something is actually going on in South Park, and it's to do with missing cats, it's to do with cheesing, etc, etc. Now, do I go over here to get to where she is, or do I go down one more? Oh yeah, here we are. She is waiting for us in... Oh, there's some tramps guarding the door.
Public property is private, you hear?
Okay, well, unfortunately I am going to have to fight the tramps, because they are an enemy type. So we're going to get into another combat, and then we'll talk to Wendy afterwards. You have to pick a kryptonite, incidentally. Part of the storyline is you're not allowed to be good against everything. So my kryptonite for my character is old people, because I thought that'd be somewhat ironic, being old myself. But hobos was an option. Those girls, what they called, not Hooters, but the parody of Hooters. I've forgotten what they're called in the South Park lore. Either way, them or Professor Chaos's minions. Also, that hurts. But if I was to go down with that attack, what I could do is activate my power where I just erase the turn, as if it never happened. Ooh, you're gonna hurt. I'm really bad at his minigame because it goes so quickly.
Here comes Call Girl.
Alright, so she's not going to get close enough to help. She could smack him. Actually, let's enrage him. I've never done this attack.
Nice try, Call Girl. I know this combat.
Right, so she's blocking, and that one is definitely going to attack her. Oh, with AoE though. That's going to happen in a turn. Alright, Kyle is kind of like my healer, so heal my character.
Kite's got your back. Let it carry you. You're up, Aslan.
Alright, so another turn for me. You can do things like knock enemies into other enemies for bonus damage. My character's kind of set up to do a lot of impact damage. He's a rough one, that's why. A bruiser, rather. That's why he was doing so much damage. I don't think this is quite going to kill him. Oh, it did. Never mind, it got a crit. Yeah, that shanking hurts. Alright, so you've got to get out of that AoE. So, what we could do is move here and swap positions with him.
This might sting.
Now he's going to get hit by the AoE of his friend. Wendy can get hit because she's guarded, although she gets a turn before he does, so the guard might wear off.
That looked like it hurt, call girl. Probably should go home.
It's more than you could take, Coon.
Alright, so we'll just move out of the AoE and we'll hit him.
You're gonna hate me for this.
Like, there is actually a level of depth to the grid-based combat I wasn't expecting. And it's good.
Prepare for a vicious squinting.
Oh, he didn't do the attack. Alright, well, I guess I should probably heal Cartman. Begrudgingly.
All better, thanks. Glad to be working with you, new kid.
Now, unfortunately, from where I am, I don't have the movement. I need to find gear that improves my movement. I guess I'll up the damage of Cartman since he's getting next turn.
You got this.
And then just cough up some blood like it's perfectly normal. You're probably more threatening. The other guy's still taunted.
Try not to slip on
That was a crit as well, 233.
the ball and hurt yourself.
Nice.
Nasty hit, call girl. No one to blame you if you just packed up your shit.
Ultimate ready. What is your ult again? Damage and defense down to all foes. I'm reading that in the bottom left, incidentally. Okay, we can do that.
Now imagine that was choreographed to some really expensive licensed music.
Alright, they're both still alive. Not for long, though.
You got this.
And we'll finish it. We'll finish it via Cartman doing the additional hit. Yeah, there we go. So I knocked him into Cartman. Cartman punches him back. He's actually still alive. How much HP has he got? He has 1 HP. Okay. Hey, I got it.
Coon claims another
When it didn't matter. So South Park, The Fractured Butthole is available for full price. The PC version is $49.99 in British pounds. Sadly, there is also a season pass for $26.99 in British pounds, even though the game itself makes fun of, like, the bus stop is called DLC, and it's a bus that never arrives. So they're aware of gaming cliches. They poke fun at them, but also, you know, Ubisoft is making them do them as well, so they're having their cake and eating it too. Anyway, we might get a cutscene here. I think it was in here I was supposed to meet her.
I think you might be in the wrong bathroom. Or maybe I am.
That's not Wendy. Maybe she's in the cis one? Ah.
I think it's wrong they make cisgendered people share a bathroom. It must be so hard for you. Anyway, I've got a problem, new kid. I'm like you, an outsider. I've been watching as adults in our town act stranger and stranger, but nobody will listen to me. I started cross-referencing everyone's Instagrams to see what kind of connection I could find, and that's when it happened. Somebody canceled my cellular data plan. My phone is dead. Whoever did this has to pay. I'm going to the mobile company to find out what happened. I can't go alone. I'm asking for your help, new kid. I think you're the only one who understands.
Like in The Stick of Truth, your character never talks. You just kind of stare, and then everyone assumes what you're saying or meaning. And they poke fun of the fact that you never talk. It tries to add to, like, it was towards the tail end of The Stick of Truth, you became special, like your butt powers. In this one, it's kind of carrying on that there's still something not quite right. So we basically just go straight left. And I like that they're trying to add character to the new kid without you being able to talk. I won't go into it, but they're trying to give you a backstory using just kind of like visual stuff, and it's a little depressing, but in a good way, I mean. Anyway, also you can gain powers as you go, and for instance, anytime I see these, I can call on Kyle, and we can go up there and get loot. I've already done it, but there's things like that. I've got 3 so far. I can call on Kyle, I can call on Captain Diabetes to go into nerd rage and break things for me. Oh, and actually, I can now get into the bank because I have Stan. So let's do this and see what happens.
Hey, what are you doing down there?
So via the power of farts,
You think that will do?
have to find the right pressure. There we go. And we get rid of the Lego blocks, which are lava in the game they're playing.
Real superpowers in your butt? I'm out of here.
I've never been in here, so I don't know if there's any reason to be. And again, you pick up a lot of just miscellaneous junk for crafting and whatnot. I don't want to get bogged down in menus too much. The phone menu, you've got your character sheet, you've got your inventory. Crafting, you pick up recipes as you go for costumes, consumables, mission items sometimes. The artifacts is the rating of how strong you and your team are. It doesn't really matter what the artifacts are, just go by their stats. And you unlock more slots as you level up your hero rank. You're also allowed a DNA eventually, and depending on which DNA you pick, it influences your stats. But yeah, I have a stereotype when I cover games with lots of menus that I get bogged down in them, and I feel like that isn't indicative of this game, because you don't really need to care that much. Just go for the biggest number, and you're fine. Now, is there actually anything I can do in here? I can take a selfie with you?
I don't want Craig to see me posting on social media when he's so down.
Oh good, I can take a picture with her. Oh wait, no, she doesn't like me. I didn't quite hear what she said.
Sure wish someone would fix things between my son and his little boyfriend.
Oh, right, you're Craig's mother. Alright, so I have to do their side quest. They broke up, and one of the... Oh, I just noticed a collectible, and they're on the same subject. They broke up, and one of the quests is to bring them back together. One of the quests is also to find Craig's father's all the porn of Tweak and Craig around town. So, you know, that's a minigame. And a reference to the episode, obviously. Alright, anyway, we will probably not end up showing off much more. We'll see how this call girl thing works out. I really wish I didn't say it that way. We'll see how it works out, and then that'll probably do. I like the game. It is more of the same, but the Stick of Truth was fantastic. It's an interactive episode of South Park, so you know what you're getting. And I don't really have anything else to say beyond that. There was a big day one patch for the console version. Perhaps that isn't available on PC. I don't know, but that might be the cause of the bug people are finding. I haven't had any bugs.
Let's go find out what's wrong with this place.
Welcome to D-Mobile. Can I...
Oh no.
People look like crab. Work at mobile stores like people.
Yeah, I'm having a lot of problems connecting to the internet.
Your name and D-Mobile number, please. Your name and D-Mobile number, please.
Wait a minute, you weren't the people who worked here last week.
That's right. We are glad. We are glad people to work in this fine place. Can I interest you in a new contract with up to 5 gigabytes of data per month?
No, I just want my phone to work right.
Insolent human! How dare you shun our data plan?
I knew it. The phone company's been taken over by crab people.
She's on to us.
I always suspected.
Come on, new kid. Let's wipe the floor with them.
I wonder if it would just be... Oh, it is just me and Wendy. Okay. Defeat the crab people.
Don't make us summon the manager.
So I might actually need to use the gas powers I have. No, I can't reach him. I can reach him, though. Let's do it.
I shall divide you into smaller pieces for consumption.
So if he's going to hit me for a lot, which he is, we're going to erase his turn. It's got a 3-turn cooldown, though, so I can't keep doing that.
Review I'm gonna write about this will end your careers. Super doxed.
Actually, I probably should have enraged the other one as her there. That was a mistake.
All my custom ringtones, gone. Your name and D-Mobile number, please.
Now, he's doing slow on me, but not a lot of damage. That's not so bad. Now he's standing right in front of me, in fact, so what I should do is charge him again, because it's going to knock him into the other guy and do a lot of damage. Because I've got a big bonus to knock back damage. Or sorry, knock back combo damage.
Tastes like crab, still like people.
Let's finish you. Oh, it's not going to be quite enough, actually. He must have 1 HP as well. He has 6. He has 6 HP.
Oh, that's my friend you're poking.
Yeah, don't poke friends. You don't poke friends without permission.
Behold the might of our manager!
Oh. Employee of the month, Manager King Crab, February. Special objective, defeat the King Crab. Right, well, first things first, we're gonna get him out of the fight so it's just the boss.
Smile! I'm coming for management next.
Oh, he called more. Oh dear. It might be a situation then, yeah, he's doing knockback, we just have to hurt him. Oh, he's a healer as well. That's tough. And my movement speed is garbage right now, so I'll just have to buff up.
Use that buff, baby. Fix my internet.
She really wants her internet fixed. He's not very tough, but he has knockback on everything he does, so ranged attacks are really the only way I can get him. So that probably means I'm going to have to use Wendy's ult again, once the bar is filled.
Hold still, customer. I have savings for you.
Ow!
There it is.
10.
And I do have my fart power back, and he's going to heal as well. Oh, and he does attack up. That is very nasty.
Take him out.
Oh, the crabs he summoned have a lot less health, though.
But we have to get to the king or we're screwed.
I know, I know. That'll help. There's a rare Pokemon in the phone shop. Quick, come get it. I mean Chimpokemon, not Pokemon. I was going to try and cancel that turn where he spawned help. Knocking her back is fine because she has ranged. I don't, really. I have charge. Alright, I think on Wendy's turn I've got him.
You want a community manager? You're gonna have to open about a dozen help tickets after this.
Got him.
Check this out.
A bit easier than some of the special tradition fights. Condition fights I've had prior.
Nice job, new kid.
Ugh. Oh, so we got subdermal mutation DNA, so that's another DNA I can equip that will change my stats somehow. Probably quite tanky.
Thank you, call girl. I don't know what those things were, but they smelled like crab and kissed like people. How can we repay you?
Just get my phone working again, all right?
Yes, yes, of course, call girl. Thanks for saving the mobile store once again.
Thanks, new kid, but I have a feeling this isn't over. If you smell crab, call me.
That's a very funny joke. Anyway, we'll take our spoils here. We'll have a quick look at what the crab DNA would do for my powers. Mow your way to a new you with crab people genetic cocktail. Confidently control the flow of battle with summons and heals. Oh, it's for if you're a summoner or a healer, so never mind, it is no good to me. Still, there's a lot of options. I hope that eventually you'll unlock a second DNA strand, but you definitely unlock more customization slots. Anyway, I think that's going to do it for a quick look at South Park The Fractured Butthole, available on all the major consoles on PC, but again, look into the PC having some kind of bug. I didn't experience it on the PS4 version, is all I can say. And I've thoroughly enjoyed what I've played of it so far. I was addicted. I played it all last night yesterday, because I couldn't sleep because of the storm that hit Ireland and Scotland. Oh, incidentally, you can say that you're from Scotland in this, and you get like a one off-the-cuff reference to it. It's amusing. I recommend it if you like Stick of Truth. Yes, it is more of the same, but it's more of something that was genuinely funny. It's made me laugh out loud a few times, and I would say I prefer this combat. It's a little more in-depth, and the boss fights are clever. So I'll put some kind of relevant link in the description box below, probably the Steam store page. Let me know how the recording setup for console stuff is doing, because I've got to have it ready for other stuff in the future. Thank you very much for watching, though. Go check it out if you're interested. I recommend it. And I'll see you next time. Ta-ta for now.